Hey, what's going on? Coach Brian Klepacki here, criticalbench.com. Certified strength coach, certified nutritionist, and I am coming to you with some information on how to sleep better through these 10 tips that I'm about to give you. So I had a conversation with Coach Chris the other day, just talking about sleep patterns and how just society in general is a very poor sleeping society. And you think about it, we're sleeping roughly a quarter of our life. That's a lot of time that we're spent on the in this sleeping position. But however, a lot of people complain of getting a crappy night's sleep. But why is that? We should put a little more emphasis on how we sleep, and then actually maybe our stress levels will be lower, our health markers will be better, and we might just be a better society altogether, because when you get a crappy night's sleep, you're miserable for most of the day, and then we rely on these stimulants to get us through the day. So these 10 tips I'm about to share with you are not necessarily one being the best, 10 being the worst, whatever. These are just 10 tips that I know you can use to get a better night's sleep. Not just quality, but also quantity. So try these 10 tips out and see how you go from there. So the first tip, I know everybody's guilty of it, I'm guilty of it, is we spend too much time on our cell phones or tablets or whatever. So we recommend getting rid of your phone, getting rid of your tablet at least an hour before you get into bed and start closing your eyes. The reason why you want to do this is because we're constantly in a fixated position of instantaneous stimulation of you look, scroll, you delete, you send. It's too much brain activities. So once we start settling the brain down by ridding that, you're going to be one step closer to getting a good night's sleep. The second one is avoid reading any kind of mind-provoking, stimulating material like political propaganda, or watching the news channel, or reading a difficult book that you have to deal with when it could be too close to home, so they say. So read, if you're going to read or watch a TV show, make sure it's pretty smooth and pretty mild, so you're not thinking throughout the rest of the night because you're like, oh, that politician said this, that's going to affect my bank account, and your mind will do weird things if you start feeding it with some stuff that you don't necessarily need to read or watch. The third one being that I've actually never done this or heard of it, but it's a brilliant idea. Have a notepad on your nightstand. The reason why is because usually people fall asleep or lay down in the bed and they're like, I've got so many things I need to get done. I don't know where to start, or you were going to think about something in a board meeting earlier that day or at the gym or whatever, and you're like, oh, what's the name of that? What's the name of that? And all of a sudden it's going to pop in your head right before you go to bed, or maybe even 3 in the morning when you don't want it to. That notepad comes in handy because all you need to do is roll over, write it down, and guess what? It's out of your head, it's documented, you can roll back over and go to sleep. So try that. Have a notepad next to your bed. The fourth tip is try some herbal remedies. There's a lot of herbal remedies out there that are known to help improve sleep quality and quantity. Melatonin is pretty much the top ranking sleep aid, naturally, of course. You can drink some herbal teas that have some chamomile, some honey, even some lavender in it. There are a lot of herbal remedies that are out there, and they do work. They're proven to work, and it's not just, they've been around forever. Ancient Chinese medicine's been using them to help sleep. Try it out, but if you're concerned about some interactions with some drugs that you might be taking, talk to your doctor or your pharmacist. They'll definitely be able to help you out. There's also something else I'd love to share with you too. It's Critical Nutrition's Sleep Fusion. It's got everything you need. This is a good supplement, all naturally occurring. If you want more information, just click this link right here and you can check it out. It's awesome stuff. I've used it. It really is potent and it works. The best part about it, it's not a drug. It's an herbal remedy that works. It's you won't get any weird dreams about it. Try it out. It's good stuff. So herbal remedies, that's your fourth one. Fifth one is get rid of that TV in your room. A lot of people say, hey, I need the TV on in the background to fall asleep. Put on some soothing music. The TV is loud, it's bright, it's vivid, it's fast. You don't need it. Create a perfect environment, which is actually our 10th tip, but we'll get there in a second. Create a good environment in your room, and your TV is not, it does not give you a good environment in your room. Your room should be a sanctuary. It should be a quiet place to unwind and to sleep. So get rid of that TV. Now this next tip is the 6th tip. It might seem common sense, but don't drink alcohol or caffeine roughly 3 to 4 hours before you go to bed. Alcohol and sleep does not mix well. If anybody's had a sip of alcohol and a little too much to drink and try to go to sleep, it does not work. If you had a cup of coffee too late, it does not work. These are stimulants, but even though alcohol is a depressant, it still messes with your mind, it still keeps you alert, and it also the body just does not respond to alcohol properly. So get rid of alcohol, get rid of caffeine at least 3 to 4 hours before you go to sleep. Number 7, this is kind of a no-brainer again, don't smoke. A lot of people say, I need a cigarette to relax. Well, one, you shouldn't be smoking because it's stupid. Second one is that it's not a relaxer. It actually, it's a vasodilator, so everything is kind of opening and expanding. And it's just not good to smoke before you go to bed because, well, smoking, there's nothing good about smoking. So quit smoking, you will get a better night's sleep. 8, I love taking naps, but sometimes after a long nap, it might not be the best thing to carry on the rest of the day. Short naps are good, power naps are good, 20 to 30 minute quick cat naps. Those are great because they just kind of recharge you a little bit, but I'm talking those big naps that, hey, I only got 2 hours of sleep last night, I'm gonna go take a nap. So you're actually using your nap as sleep part 2. That's not a good thing because that disrupts your REM cycle, and that will not let you get a good night's sleep the following night. So try to scratch those naps out, try to grind it out that rest of the day, and then hit the pillow hard and get a good night's sleep that next night. All right, we're almost there. This is number 9. Get rid of all the clocks and any type of phones within hand's reach of you when you're sleeping. The reason why is that chances are you do wake up in the middle of the night and all of a sudden you're looking at your phone and you're like, oh man, it's an hour before I have to wake up. Guess what? You're not going to go back to sleep because you're going to be worried that you're not going to go back to sleep, or you're going to be worried that you're going to oversleep. If you wake up at 4 a.m. but really need to be up at 5 a.m. but you don't know that it's 4 a.m., your body will naturally go back to sleep because all of a sudden you see that clock and your brain's going to start processing the next day. So get rid of clocks, or turn them around, get your cell phones out of arm's reach when you do sleep. This way, in case you do wake up in the middle of the night, all you're going to do is roll over, go back to sleep, even if the alarm is going off the next 10 minutes. Try that, it will work. All right, the last but not least is you need to create a peaceful, restful environment in your bedroom. That, like I said, get rid of a TV, get some blackout curtains in there, maybe put on some smooth, relaxing music to help you go to sleep. Get a comfortable bed, pillows, get all the distractions away from your room. I mean, you want to focus your sleep or your efforts on getting a good night's sleep. So do whatever you need to, get some new sheets, new pillows, whatever, even diffuse some essential oils in the room to help promote relaxation effect so you get that good night's sleep. Now there's something else I'd love to share with you. It's regarding how to get a better night's sleep, and it's actually done through food. You click this link, give us your email, and we'll send you a copy of this free report right away. It's called the 4 Best Foods to Eat Before Bed. Great content, and you definitely want it. So if you're on a mobile device, you can't click it, but what you can do is click the little arrow under this video here. That's going to drop open our video description area. That top link you see next to the 4 Best Foods to Eat Before Bed. Click that link, give us your email, and we'll send you the free report right away. Now last but not least, subscribe to our channel, check out our other videos, like us, share us, but also leave us some feedback. If you've got a question or a comment about sleep, definitely post it now and we will get to it as soon as we can. We check this page regularly, so please interact with us and we'd love to help you out further if we can. Appreciate you watching. Have a good one. See you soon.